Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful. Okay. Okay, so last day we talked about several things. First and foremost is that we were talking about what could be the very idea, the very theme on which we are building this metaverse. I got some really good suggestions, but some suggestions were such that already a very good market exists for those suggestions. So let me repeat that so that because that was not recorded for the YouTube session. If somebody is watching on YouTube, they should know that what we are planning, right? So, or if you guys didn't attend the yesterday's session, you guys must also know that what we were planning yesterday. So yesterday, what we talked about is basically I proposed three ideas, and I got other three or four ideas as well. All right. So the first idea I proposed was related to something called Desiverse, and Desiverse is basically a metaverse in which we celebrate all the Indian festivals. We celebrate all the Indian culture. Let's say if the festival of Chhat Puja is there, let's say we celebrate the first festival of Diwali and Holi, and people from all around the world connect in the Desiverse. They have Indian outfits to wear, their avatar get Indian outfits and everything, and they celebrate Indian culture. And we have talks related to Indian culture to know more about Bhagavad Gita, Ramayana, and everything, and whatever they would want to talk, right? So something like that, so that we can also promote more and more and make the new generation curious about what is happening in the India culture. What is the Indian culture about? So that was something called Desiverse. Another idea which I came with was something called Docverse. Stands for doctor. So a platform on which doctors can uh, mass broadcast a message related to, let's say, any kind of healthcare issues or any kind of things that people should take care of or should be more aware of. Let's say an issue of COVID-19 care. If somebody got COVID-19, what they should do, how they should prepare for it. If let's say there is a huge topic that if somebody get a heart attack, how to do a CPR, that is something that everybody should know. Or let's say how to prevent HIV and these sort of things. So a platform on which doctors can give this sort of talks, and a lot of people can join and listen to them. Of course, this could have rooms where people could also have one-on-one conversations with doctors, book their appointment with doctors as well. So that kind of scenario, right? Because there is a psychological need of patient to be connected to a doctor, and I guess there we can provide a very calm environment in which the patients could do so. We can design the
Sir,
environment in
sir,
such a
sir,
way.
sir.
Yeah, Janesh.
Sir, I guess they are waiting in the voice channels. Yokesh is there. We are right now in the general conference room. There are people like Yokesh and some other was also
Oh,
there.
sorry.
Yeah, in the
Uh,
voice channel.
I guess I have shared that there are two conference room one, right?
Yeah.
Let's go in the voice channel one.
Uh,
Let me go in the conference room one. I don't know which link was that which I shared. I'm not really sure.
so I'll go and call him. I'll go and call him.
Okay. I'm really sorry. There are two channels. I don't know two channels with same name. So I got confused. That was supposed to be in conference room one, but yeah, he is inviting him. So this was the second idea, the doc verse, in which that's how we're gonna connect to doctors. The third idea which I proposed, let Janesh come and then we'll discuss. Janesh and Yogesh come. I'll rename the that channel name. so that does not happen again. All right. So the next idea which I was talking about was related to something called Techverse, in which people can talk to each other about tech, a platform on which all the people who are working on technology and innovation related to, let's say, 3D printing or rocket science or any kind of tech like quantum physics can join into these sort of rooms, create these sort of rooms, and then talk about these technologies. Of course, no orthodox people and no people who believe in all sort of magic and myths are allowed here. So so that we can sort of boost innovation in people, and people who are curious, they know how to or where to go when they really need to talk about tech, right? So these are the three ideas, and all three could be monetized in a better way. All three has a very good potential. Somebody yesterday suggested one very good idea which was around astrophysics. So a metaverse called astroverse, which is completely dedicated towards astrophysics, and all the people who want to talk about astrophysics can come there, who want to talk about space can come there. So this could also be big, and the reason is that whether we talk about ISRO, whether we talk about NASA and SpaceX, and there are a lot of private companies from India as well are emerging. So this is also a huge market on which we can work on. And the reason why I'm putting these four top and not others is because there was a very good idea of course, doing meetings related to work in virtual reality. But the problem is the idea is very good, but we are already too late for this idea. So there is Microsoft Mesh, then there is Facebook's Workspaces, then there is a very good platform called Meet in VR, then there is a Spatial. So all these platforms are already have these sort of metaverses which they're used for meetings and all, right? So we are very late in that. So these four, what we discussed, the Docverse, the Techverse, Astroverse, and Desiverse, these four are very good contestant to become a theme. Okay, so now I spoke about theme. I want you guys to have some sort of idea of what is a metaverse, right? Or how do we feel that how metaverse should go. So let me guide you. I'm sharing my screen now. Yeah. So I have shared my screen. You guys can click on the screen and can watch it. Let me share the screen for people watching us
Hello.
online as well. Yep.
Hey, sir, what if we do something for education related? Do we have any metaverse working on that?
Of course, education is also a very good idea. But again, education is also a field where a lot of competition is there. That is also a very good idea. I love that idea as well. Somebody suggested education yesterday as well. But education is also something which everybody is working on. So we will get a lot of competition. And another problem with education is that education is very content heavy thing, right? So let's say if I want to create a metaverse for doctors, I create the metaverse once, and then doctors could come in and they will create content, they will share content, they will talk about things, right? But if I create something on education, now I have to create chemistry content, now I have to create physics content. So this content creation process is something is out of our what we can afford, right? Because the content creation process itself gonna take a lot of time in education. Of course, it's a brilliant idea. It could be monetized as well, very well. Education space is also very big, but there is plenty of people in this, and it's like it's overcrowded, I would say. So we are
Okay, sir.
already late for a few ideas. Ideas are
Yes, sir.
very good, definitely very good, and something which is rarely needed. But I think we are too late for that. Those, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
I'll can
Uh,
you guys see my screen now?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Sir,
Yes.
there
Yes,
is
sir.
one idea
Yeah, tell me.
that struck me. Sir, what if we make a metaverse for the students? students who want to create their portfolios in metaverse. Like, sure, everyone can't learn Unity from scratch. Everyone is using SDKs and this all. But if I want to create my portfolio by just drag and drop, so how would
Right.
that be? My projects would be showcased by just dragging and dropping into the metaverse, and there will be a link to my portfolio, what I have done in metaverse.
Portfolio, yes, you can create, but uh, the purpose of what metaverse is slightly different, right? What you are suggesting is sort of a tool to create some sort of portfolio collection platform or creation platform, which is very different from the perspectives of metaverse. Metaverse are places for people to meet each other and talk to each other for a specific purpose, right? So let's say I told in the first session that treat metaverse as a messenger. So right now we have all sort of messenger apps, whether we talk about Facebook Messenger, whether we talk about Instagram, whether we talk about LinkedIn Messenger, whether we talked about even Tinder, right? And all on
Yes, sir.
on all these messenger apps, there is you go for a different kind of purpose, right? And what you are suggesting is a messenger app, but that messenger app creates portfolio. So now, why you will go on this messenger app? Now the purpose of messenger app is converted into a tool. So messenger apps are not tool. Similarly, the metaverses are tools. They provide, they have some sort of tools in built of them. Let's say even in the messenger apps, you have the ability to share files, but it's not for creating files, right? So
Right.
similarly, the metaverses have some sort of tools in them, but their main purpose is, as you can see, the art space VR window as well, be together anywhere. So it's what does it mean? It is encouraging the connection of two people with each other. So let's say if I am sitting in India, somebody is sitting in UK, I want to do a meeting with them. I want to discuss them what are my business plans or something. Then I can have them in the same room and then discuss our ideas, right? I don't have to book a flight. I don't have to raise the carbon emission footprint, right? I
Right.
can do it
Yes, sir.
on a sufficient way. So that is the very purpose of a metaverse. Now the theme we are deciding is going to be what kind of metaverse and for what kind of people. Based on that, we will select our audience. Based on that, we will select our marketing strategy. Based on that, we'll select our appearance, right? Suppose it's a metaverse for very businessmen,
Right.
okay? Then all the avatars going to wear some sort of suit and tie and everything. If it's a metaverse for techie people, the metaverse itself is going to look very sci-fi, and people could have gadgets in their hands and everything, right? So these sort of things are dependent on the theme. I explained 5 to 6 technical parts of metaverses. I explained five, and then I said these are technical parts, and the sixth part which is missing is the theme, and that's we are discussing.
Team.
So if
Yes.
you go to this site called altvr.com, okay, this is a metaverse called ArtSpace VR. This is now owned by Microsoft. So what you can do is there is a button called download now. All right, it will take you to
Yes,
all the
sir.
headsets it is used for, but the cool thing is that you can use it without any headset even. Okay, so you go down and then you'll get a button that get it from Microsoft. Okay, I probably have this already, but you can press here and press get and open Microsoft Store. All right, I guess I have it
Yes, sir.
already, so it might not download. It's just currently showing me to play. All right, I play it, and the
Sir,
yeah, tell me.
uh, yesterday actually I was not here when I joined. Everyone left. So actually I had not exactly a concern, but why uh, why should be there only one particular theme? Like we can make a metaverse for everyone. Like there can be different worlds for those, but but only one software, and they can create their own world for them. Like if they are a doctor, they can create their own doctor space. something like they are for some sort of scientist, they can have their own lab in there and sit there and discuss. So we can create a metaverse for everything.
It is a good, very good question, and it is so. Let me tell you that. So when you are saying let's create a metaverse for everybody, right? So now the problem with that is, of course, you can do it, and it is a very good idea, and this is why Facebook is doing it as well, right? Now Facebook has enough amount of budget to market it to everyone, right? We have a limited kind of budget, and we want to focus on a limited kind of people to get into this, right? So let's say if I want to focus on our tech words, I don't want to go people, let's say, who are studying something called psychology or something, right? I want to focus it on the people who are into the innovating space or entrepreneurship space. I want to focus on those kind of people. I want to leave the rest, right? So but Facebook have enough amount of the capability to market it to rest and have that kind of strategy. They can focus on all sort of tool, they can focus on everything. So now it's better for big companies to focus on that sort of metaverses, where they can allow people to create their own rooms and theme it in whatever the way they want. I guess this is a shorter answer, but there are a lot of
Okay.
reasons why I don't want to create everything, right? So let's say what you are doing is, what you're saying is, why don't we create something like WhatsApp? So as I said, relate metaverses to messengers to understand more. So what you are saying is, why don't we create another replica of WhatsApp so that we can connect everybody, instead of creating one special kind of messenger to create, let's say, just doctors. Okay, now the problem with that thought is that, yes, of course we can do it, but messengers and in fact the WhatsApp is already exist, right? So why would somebody will switch from WhatsApp, which is provided by Facebook, now Meta, right, to our platform, which is provided by some noobs, right? So why it will happen? Because Facebook said, okay, I have a general messenger and you can use it, and 2 billion people are using it already. Similarly, that's going to happen to another general messenger, which is Facebook is building, called Horizon, and a lot of people are going to use it. But when they find out, okay, there is a specific messenger which is, let's say, for people who are studying in IITs, okay, then all the people who are studying in IITs going to have WhatsApp for sure in their phones, but they are also going to have that particular messenger which is just for them, right? So that is our market. That's how we'll get our market segment. So this is why we need a theme, and this is why we need to stick to one thing, right? Bigger
All right,
companies can focus on broader things, but smaller companies can focus on one thing and excel it in a better way. Got it?
all right. That's cool. That's cool.
Okay, so let me sign in, and you guys can also download this. I'm showing you the process. So I showed you how, can you guys see my screen? It is visible. uh, can you guys see?
Yes,
Is
Yeah,
sir.
this
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
visible?
it is.
it's visible.
Yeah, okay, okay, good.
Visible, sir.
Okay.
So what's your username, by the way, in there?
So my username is armed yogi. It means I'm always triggered, but I'm also a yogi. Armed yogi.
All right, cool.
Okay, so this is my username, this is my avatar. I can of course customize my avatar. So I can choose I have a body, so I can choose the body type. The skin tone is too yellowish. Let me choose something brownish, something. Why it is so different? Yeah, now, yes, yeah, this looks good. A little darker. Yeah, this looks good. Okay, I can choose a body shape. Now I'm a mota person. Yeah, that choose totally good. I can choose a nail polish even. Do I need a nail polish? It won't look. So yeah, I must remove that. Okay, let's save this. So that's how you create your avatar. Let's go customize more. I can choose hairstyles and everything, but I don't need that. I can go to clothing. I can choose a different outfit, because let's say choose something different. Okay, this looks good. All right, so this is me, and now I can go to destinations. So on this, I'll host the event. All right, I'll host the event for us people. All right. There are plenty of events which are going right now. It's not. I'm using this on this for the first time. I usually use it on the headset only. I'm using on the desktop for the first time, so I don't know much on the desktop. Yeah, this looks familiar. Sure, destinations. There should be too many pages. Why there is only one page? Let me show you on a different screen. I'm not sure how to go in that in desktop mode. Let me show you. Alt space events. All right. So what happened here is there are a lot of events which happen. So when you sign in, you'll get. So this is something called Educators in VR. It is a virtual reality educator community, and they do a lot of good events. Like let's say the event is on VR research. If somebody is into virtual reality research, how they can start with, right, some VR research 101. Then AW is doing one good event here. Share 3D spaces, right? And then similarly, there are a lot of events like this is improve night, and then there is simulation related some events. There are people who are teaching about oil space. We saw this event, so maybe these are events which are running currently or going to happen, which was showing in that app. But other events are there. You can tune to the perfect time and get connect to any event. There are all sort of events. There are events which happen related to this. These are yoga and meditation. All right. So these sort of, there are news updates which are happening, and every kind of event is happening. So let's say if I want to invite somebody in my place, I can do that from here. I don't know how. I'll check it. Then I'll. But please. Okay. From here. Okay, this is event. Yep. So this is all the events in the app. You can see. So similarly, you can join event. I'll create event for you guys so that we can do some session inside this learning art space karke, so that you guys can get a feel of how should be a metaverse and how. Let me just go and join an event to show you guys that how it feels, right? Let me see. Okay, this one is running. This one is rain dance immersive. Let me go and meet these people. Okay, so there is an enter button, and that's similarly will do our event as well in this, so that you guys can get a feel of how the metaverses feel, right? I'll go and meet these people. I usually use a virtual reality headset, but you can also use desktop. So similarly, we will do this as well, so that we can let me mute my mic. Right, this is muted now. This is unmute. Okay, this is mute. Okay, open page doesn't exist. Why? So somebody is there. I can see them. Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Let me talk to that guy. That is you.
Yeah, I am. It's mine.
Hi. So I don't know how to enter this. Let's explore events. This is the page. This is not how the world usually looks like.
Yeah, it's in 2D mode.
Yeah, it is a 2D world.
Yeah,
Let me find
I
some
guess
other.
we have to click on this balls.
Yeah, I'm trying
There's
to
some
clicking
balls.
on this balls, but it's taking me everywhere and not taking me where we should go.
There's a card actually.
Yeah. So this is the idea. Every room is designed on a different theme. And again, the Altspace is also a big company, so they can have all this sort of different themes. But we'll mostly focus on different. We can create rooms, but theme will mostly be same, and mostly be, of course, we'll allow branding and everything, but yeah, that will be a limited. I don't know what is happening in this one anymore. We'll design our room in our ways. So let me quit the application. Okay, so you guys got an idea. So you saw that me and Priyanshu were in the same room and we were discussing, right? So this is the very idea of metaverse. Let me show you a previous event I did on Artspace event. So if we go to, yep, our home page, I have a video. There must be a video. Yeah. So this
Like
event
Lowell
happened
said,
in the same space called Art Space VR, right? And as you can see, that's how people meet. This was my avatar. I was speaking, and a lot of people in the audience. This guy, this girl, a lot of people were there who were listening, right? So these sort of events we can do so that you can get an idea of what we can do. We can show presentations. We can do all sort of stuff, and the good thing is spatial recognition, which means I can look them in this direction and they can look them in this direction. How this will happen, I'll guide you guys. So there are some other tools as well which we require. That there is a tool called Unity. Some of you are very aware of it, some of you are not that much. So let me just go through how you let me also recording this so that I can use it later as well, right? So there is you don't need to get Unity Pro. All right, just go on get started. Wait, why my mouse is behaving weird, right? So you can see there are a lot of plans, but don't go into them. There are something called individual, then you have student and personal. You can go with personal, that is fine, right? Get started. Download for Windows beta nahi. Download the older version, download for Windows. So let's download the
What's the
new.
difference between the paid version and the free version?
Paid version is mostly the commercial for, let's say, if you are creating the products and
It's basically for collaborating of teams or something. Is there any difference in features too?
yeah, there are a very minor difference, but most of the features are available in the free version itself. So so now that's how we get our application. All right, I'll install this. Yep. So this is the newer Unity Hub, which you will get this. Then you'll install this. I agree. Install. Why? All right, I won't go into the installation process now. You guys can look for it, but that's how simply you can download the Unity Hub. All right, I already have installed Unity, so I don't know what problem it will do. But that is basically, so now Unity Hub installation is finished, and after this is finished, so I downloaded it from here only. Just one click and then it downloaded for you, and I use the personal. All right, and then you'll open this for you. You'll have to do a sign in, so it will take you on this page. If you don't have an account, you can create it from here only. So where is the sign up thing? Yeah, create one. Here you can create your Unity account, and it will ask you some of the details, that if you are a student or what you do and everything and all. while creating this account, but that is mostly fine with it, right? So you guys will be able to do it pretty easily. So you don't require a paid account mostly for Unity, because even I don't use a paid account. Uh, uh, Only feature you require is the splash screen. You get as a splash screen if you want splash screen, you require. So that's how you basically install the Unity. But this is the installation of Unity procedure. Sorry, Unity hub, and Unity hub is a place to manage all the versions of Unity. So let's say if you I have these two older versions, and if I want to install a new version of Unity, so this is the latest version. If I want, I can. This is recommended as well. LTS means long term support, which means you can easily download this version, and I have this version already, so I don't have any new version to download. So this is fine. I can stick to this version, and that will do for me. So I have the latest version. So otherwise you can go here, install editor, and you can choose an editor and install. All right. So when you install this, this will take some time because that has a lot of things. Also, let me uninstall this and install for you guys, because let me install this first. All right. Why I'm doing this? Because you guys should know a few things as well before doing it. There are a few things that you should know. Install. Okay, installing could also take time. No worries. Let me talk to the about. Okay, ho gaya. Cool. Okay, so let's go to this. Okay, so there are a few things. If let's say Android is very important, so make sure you check these three boxes. All right. So Android build support, then Android SDKs. Okay, and this will install the SDKs. Let's say if you are not building for iOS, since this is a Windows machine, so I don't require iOS right now on this. I have iOS on my Mac machine, so I don't require this here. And I need Windows build support because that definitely you required on a Windows machine, right? You can uncheck the documentation because that is just taking space on disk and you don't require that much, right? So these are the few things which I choose, but there are other platforms as well which you may require, right? So I'll also do the Windows universal build support because sometimes I also build on I have a Surface notebook, so it is good for that as well. And for Xbox and everything you require this Windows universal build support, right? So that is fine. So that will allow you to have all the things, and then hit install, so that installation will start. All right, so that is fine, it will complete. I'll go on talking about next thing. What you other thing you can use, I want you guys to do it. All right. There is something called Ready Player Me. All right, so let me go and let me go on the first page of this website. There's a website called Ready Player Me. You can see it's a very creative website, and this website is we are also going to use their characters for things like or they have a avatar engine which we basically require. So for our avatars, we'll use their characters. Let's say if we are not going for our Desi verse idea. So let's say if we are going for Desi verse idea, we don't require this engine. Otherwise, we can use this engine fine, right? So there is always a button. This website is not in English. As you can see, this button is not in English. This button is not in. This is not in English. So let me translate the website. You can write here translate, right? Web page to English. Okay. And it the this Safari will give you this thing, not Safari. See what is Chrome. Chrome will give you this button to English, and now this is cross-platform game avatar. So let's say you create the avatar in one application, and all the applications which are using this plugin will pick your avatar from that creation only. So it is a very good one. So let me go and enter the hub. Application error, that is good. Okay, so I have already signed in. You guys, when you guys will also sign in, this will allow you to create this sort of avatars and download it. Okay, so this is my avatar, as you can see. Okay, so let me just check this avatar customize look. Your avatar is loading. So you guys can also go and create your avatar similarly. So it is very easy. Avatar creation is an end process, so you guys will be able to do it. So let's say this manages how the jawline should be, right? I don't know which was earlier, so I won't change it much. Uh, okay, then we can manage all the top outfit. Uh, why it's not changing? Don't know, but it should change. I don't know. There must be some problem. Then we can go and manage the hairstyles, all sort of. Okay, it's loading. All right, all sort of hairstyles are there, so you can pick a correct hairstyle. This looks so funny. Yeah, cool. Right. So plenty of hairstyles. You can pick a hairstyle. I guess I chose this one earlier. I don't know. Not this one. Not really sure if this one was there. Yeah, it was changing, but was taking some time for some reason. Right. Then we can come to facial hair and change the dadi muchi. Okay, so similarly, you can guys can go and customize your avatar on here, and then whenever you customize this, your avatar is being prepared. All right. So whenever you are going to finalize this, this will give you your avatar, and then you can download the GLB file of your avatar, which can be used in Unity. Okay, so this is the avatar which we created now. Very good. This is that's how the dude looks like. Okay, so we can also from here download the avatar. We have several options. This is very optimized avatar, so it's just only 10 MBs, right? So that's how you can also download the file, but we won't use it here. But it is better for you guys to have an avatar, because this is the engine we are going to use. Or even fine if you don't use it right away, because we are going to use this engine in the application in whenever we are going to build or work on avatar engine. So definitely that's something which we gonna do. Right, so we will add it. There is no problem over there. So these are the preparation you guys need to do, at least to get start with. At least have Unity. Let's say how many of you actually design as well? Or by design I mean 3D art.
I do a little bit of uh, 3D models, very little bit, not that much.
Raghav does UI, right?
Sir, but I have done very little bit. Like I have tried Maya once as well.
Okay. We definitely need a lot of people who do 3D art. Swalia, आप क्या करते हो? Do you do 3D? Swalia is mic not working. There is one more girl who does 3D, and I know one more, so I'll try to invite those two. And then there are a few designers which I can add 3D guys. Yeah. Okay, I'll get people who do 3D design. Leave it on me. I'll find good people for that. Uh,
Sir,
Meanwhile, if you know somebody who does it, also include them in the team. We have good amount of people who code. but really less amount of people who can actually uh, design stuff and who can actually draw something or come up with some sort of concept art. So we need more art people, right?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, sir. हाँ.
सर मेरे लाइक एंड सेम एग्जाम्स होने वाले लाइक ऑफलाइन होंगे तो मैं 1 मंथ लाइक मतलब December 16 तक वो ऐसे ही रहने वाला है थोड़ा लाइक ज़्यादा कंट्रीब्यूट नहीं हो पाएगा.
कोई बात नहीं, उसके बाद कर लेंगे.
ओके सर.
ठीक है. Whenever you get time you can come, right? It's up to you. Okay? So this is pretty much it, what I wanted to tell you guys for today. The tools and stuff, right? So what kind of tools we gonna use? So what is Unity? Unity is a rendering game engine. You get to do a lot of so our application, our metaverse will be building on that. I explained a lot of these things earlier as well, but so then first thing which we will make is a personal character, and then we'll make that character walk, then we'll make that character run, then we'll make that character speak, right? We don't have to speak, make character speak till we are not doing the networking, but let's say, right? And then we'll add basic objects, and we'll allow the character to have some sort of animations to pick that particular thing, all right, or drop that particular thing, or take it from one place to another. Or we can have some sort of doors, and we can have some sort of teleportation, let's say from one room to another room, loading the room and unloading the room. These sort of are in world interactions. Let's say you have a chair, and then you go near to the chair, and then you allow your character to sit, so that a procedural animation or an animation which allow the character to sit. So all this part of the very first thing which we need to build, that is related to the very uh, interaction which we did on the first slide. I guess I have my iPad. Let me share with you guys what I draw on the first day, so that we everybody can remind. It. So there's a very weird thing. Whenever I have to connect my iPad, I have to make a Zoom call. Right. So let me share. Hold on. Yeah, you guys can see the iPad screen. Uh, 1 second now. Yeah, you guys can see this screen now. Uh, not refreshing here. Very slow. Maybe my Wi-Fi connectivity is slow now. So this is what we discussed. These are the parts. It's still not appearing here. हो जा भाई तेज हो जा. Right. Yeah. So this is interaction what we talked about, that we need to walk and pick objects and teleport to one thing to another. Then after that we'll work on the avatar. So for that we'll use the Ready Player Me engine, because there are two benefits of using that. One, it will save us a lot of time. Second, it will allow us to have an avatar which could be cross application, which means a lot of other applications which are using Ready Player Me can also use their avatar with us, right? And that is a very popular avatar engine, so this will help us. Third, what we need is all sort of animations for this avatar, like emojis, dance, blending, and all sort of IK and procedural animation thing which will work on. Then we'll work on the avatar segment. All right. Third, what we need is environment, a basic kind of environment. For that, we need some 3D artists to work on those environment. I'll get more people on this. Then fourth, what we need is networking. I'll give you guys the networking engine. Figure out one we'll use. The Photon Unity, Mirror, and or ML API by Unity, whichever is better in terms of pricing. And then we'll start from PC and Mac only. And then for now we need to care about that only. One we perfect one device. Later we'll go to there. So as you can see, most of the avatar engines start from VR and then go to, okay, we need to have this window support as well, right? But we'll go otherwise because in India the amount of people who have the virtual reality headset is really low. So the better way to do is start from PC and then go on Android and then go on VR, right? So here the best way to do it is otherwise, right? I'll switch the screen to, where should I switch it? Okay, here only. So that is what we'll do. Any suggestions? You guys can hear me now?
Yes, sir. Sir, that is really very cool at what we are going to build. Sir, is there any deadline or something that in this period of time we are going to make this or something? I mean, that will be good enough for us to have a pressure to, as well as we will learn much if we have pressure or we have sort of deadlines.
Absolutely. So, this is the second day. I wanted to uh, introduce you to the very tools which we're gonna use. That's why I did this session. On the third day, what we'll do, I'll show you guys a platform, right, on which we will manage this project. We will create some sort of sheets on which we'll manage our times and project on which are going on this particular project. So that is a very good question. This is exactly the next step, to distribute the project between us in such a way that all can work on us or collaborate on us. And then I'll basically come up. I'll uh, divide the times between how to do it, and of course we need to plot the numbers for interaction system, right? So this is something what we are going to do tomorrow, right? I'll show you a tool on which will create tasks for each and everyone, right? And this task could be all kind. So let's say if somebody has no idea about Unity, I'll give them some task to, of course, learn Unity, right? They can, for their own good, they can learn some part of, let's say, how to walk and everything, so that they can get a good understanding. I'll provide them some content to learn from. And then let's say if somebody is really good at talking to people, I'll give them a list of people which we had prior conversations with, so they can call each other and ask them about if they are interested to join the team, right? These sort of things. So based on what we want to do, based on that, we'll create some sort of timelines tomorrow. We definitely need timelines. Without timelines, such a huge project cannot be built.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Any other questions, bhai?
Sir, is there a game development platform for Debian Linux? Like, I am a Linux user, so I
Hmm.
think Unity is not available for Linux, Debian particularly.
Unity is on Linux. I'm not sure which version of Linux or you are
No,
on.
every version is there for
Every
Linux.
version is there, no?
Yeah, recently I just tried it out with Kali Linux. It worked pretty cool. So yeah, it
Yeah,
is there.
Unity support is there on Linux, as far as I know. What you do, by the way, because why are you using Linux operating system? Why you require that?
I think he must be working in cybersecurity stuff.
Hmm. If you are not working on cybersecurity, uh, let's say, uh, only for cybersecurity and hacking kind of workspaces, Linux is good. Otherwise, rest of the tools which are not related to networking can better perform on Mac or iOS Windows as well. Unless you are not working on networking and all those Cisco related things, I don't even know much about them. For them, definitely you require Linux, or it is a better way, convenient way to do it on Linux machines. You can pretty much do it on Windows as well, but Linux provide you some sort of comfort. Mac also does. Mac is also very good for doing the networking. Mac is good for almost everything.
So like Linux is quite secure. Uh, I was having Windows 10 Pro, but I had a cyber attack on it and just lost all my data. So
Yeah,
shifted to
there
Linux
is a
for safety.
there is also some sort of ransomwares are going on Windows, right? So they ask for money and they decrypt all your data.
Yes, sir, exactly.
Apple is all time secure. Mac and
Apple is
iOS
very
thing.
secure. Apple is also very good. Cool. So this is basically the plan. I don't. I know that we do need a lot of people who are into 3D. So I'll ask good people into this. Raghav, do you know anyone who can help us in this?
No, sir.
Okay, no worries. I'll ask two people. Uh, and yeah.
We have one like in Unreal Engine India group.
Hmm.
There are many 3D artists.
Okay. I'll post there. Actually, I didn't post it in the Unreal Engine group. The reason was very different. I'll post it there as well.
Okay.
I'll ask if anybody is interested to contribute, and let's see if we get. We definitely need more designers. Uh, Here is also a very popular game developer with us, Sino Manik. Hello, Manik. How are you?
Thank you so much. Thank you
Oh,
so much.
how's your YouTube channel going on?
It's going great. It's going great. बस consistency नहीं बन पा रही है बस videos की.
और
बाकी
वो
it's going
कैसा
great.
चल रहा है अभी जो गेम अबे चुप?
हाँ हाँ हाँ. हाँ जी वो भी just चल रहा है. We are going to like release a teaser soon. तो
So
yeah.
he is making a game called Abe Chup, and the game
I'm
is
missing
really
it.
amazing. I saw the game and I played it as well. It is a really beautiful puzzle rated game, and graphics are good. And he is building it on Unreal Engine. So
Oh,
Manik,
thank you so much.
we are making a metaverse, and would be
Okay.
amazing. So Manik, do you know any 3D artist who could collaborate with us?
I mean, like, not in like see, basically हमारे खुद भी 3D artists थोड़े से कम है तो like
Uh,
it's just like I can recommend you some place to find it, but like I really don't know much 3D artists. I might find you developers, coders, but not artists.
Okay, no worry, no worry. We'll 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 find it. We have
Yeah, yeah.
good people. I just didn't posted to a lot of people. I just posted in our communities only, and a lot of people were interested. So we started with them. But I'll post in the design communities as well. So I'm sure I'll get good people for this. I'll
That's
ask good people.
so
No
basically
worries.
what you're making like.
Yeah. So, uh, what
हाँ
we
जी.
the plans we have is to create a metaverse because a lot of people are really interested, and the way we want to create is that we learn a lot of good things. So a lot of people have the opportunity to learn a lot of things from that. Let's say a lot of people are going to learn about how the networking works, then how avatar engine works, then how audio platforms and streamings works, all these sort of things. and then in return they'll get this opportunity to work on this metaverse engine. We'll get this kind of a product, right? And we can also trying to solve some kind of problem with this metaverse engine. So this engine is going to be for very specific purpose, for specific kind of people. We have some 3 or 4 good ideas. I'm streaming this video as well, so you can I talked about the idea in the very beginning of the stream. uh,
Okay, so it's great. So like, will it be like always online type of
Yeah,
metaverse
always
or?
online, and always online kind of metaverse. It will be
Mhm.
hosted on our server, so we'll pay the server cost.
Okay.
So that is fine, but we'll also make it open source. So let's say if anybody
Okay.
want to use some part of it,
Mhm.
someone want to use networking from this or something, they can do it, right? So
So is it VR only or for all computers, all
for
platforms?
all most of the devices, we are trying for
Yeah,
all kind of devices
yeah. Mobile थोड़ा difficult
from
होता है, but
PC
yeah,
and
PC.
Android, and then VR, because in India the amount of VR headsets are really low. But if somebody has one,
Yeah.
it is
Hmm.
definitely going to have the support for Ajna lens, and definitely have the going to have the support for GeoGlass both. So I'll work with I'll talk to both the people,
Hmm.
and then we'll get the support for both. We'll
Oh
build the
wow.
SDKs for both once we get the prototype. We'll probably the timeline I'm going to set, we'll probably be able to create it in the next uh, in by the early December. So in 1 month we'll be able to create a very good MVP, and I'm very
Of this
hopeful,
metaverse. Hmm.
because most of the things we have already did in several projects. There is nothing really complicated to build it, but again, a lot of people
Hmm.
can learn how to collaborate in a team and manage their time while making this.
Okay, okay. So basically, like, what's the purpose and basically what will happen in this metaverse?
Yeah, that is a very good question. It
Okay.
is a very good question, because this is the part where we are not finalized yet,
Think.
right? So
Okay,
let's
okay.
say we want to build a metaverse. We and the
Hmm.
purpose of building the metaverse is learning that how to build a metaverse. And so since we are
Hmm.
streaming this as well, showing people how to create a metaverse. Okay, so this is the purpose. This is the main goal. But and
Basically,
I
purpose
listed
is
out the
learning how to.
technicalities, that there are 5 basic
Hmm.
elements you require to build this metaverse. But
Hmm.
what should be the theme, and what kind of people we should target with this? So this is a question we still need to figure out, and I think it is fine. Let's create the tool and then decide who can use it better. So we need
Yeah.
we to
For,
do a lot of market comparison to get the answer.
exactly. For now, you are just making it kind of for fun, we
Yeah,
would say,
kind of
right?
for fun we started it, and
Yes.
everybody is interested to make it. We have some more people who are not yet joined here, but they are showing really good interest. Some people are in marketing and they want to market it, and some people are in management. Some There was an HR guy who want to do it. So we have all kind of support to do it, and it would be really nice and collaborative effort to be able to build it.
It's really great because I was just watching a movie called Free Guy.
Mhm.
It was a whole metaverse movie, and
Yeah.
I just just
In fact,
saw that.
most of the recently there is a video. However, that video was really incorrect, because the video was saying that Facebook
Mm-hmm.
already failed in metaverse. That was the video title, and there
Mm-hmm.
they were talking about that there is this game which has 2 billion people in it, and then there is Fortnite which has this amount of people, and Facebook has not even built a metaverse yet, which is not really true. But yeah, if you look at the games, the PUBG has a good amount of people, which is an ecosystem of people connecting to each other, and that is basically the fundamental concept of metaverse. So I explained the very what is a metaverse, and I explained in such a way that treat your metaverse like a messenger. There is a purpose for which you use a messenger, there's a certain kind of people who are interested in that messenger. Like LinkedIn has a messenger which has only business people. Then there is Instagram has a people on which there are only fashion oriented people. So something like that. So metaverses are going to have a similar theme.
Hmm.
So that's we are building. So let's say SimCity metaverse is very different from Free Fire metaverse, right? So
Hmm.
that's the concept.
Interesting. Actually, I will think about how what can be the concept of it or what can be in it. That's pretty interesting.
All right, guys. I guess this is our 1 hour. Thank you everybody for connecting. We'll connect tomorrow 8 p.m. As Manik, you can also come and we'll also discuss it further. Tomorrow we'll plan it and break it down. So I'll create the big breakdown for this, and we'll assign tasks. So who can do what and what part, right? So that will decide tomorrow. Right, everyone?
Great, great, great.
Okay, so we'll have some sort of guns as well. Why?
Hmm.
Because of course they are guns, but guns can do a lot of things more than guns. So let's say if you want to aim and shoot, that same mechanism could be converted into doing a lot of interactions. So first thing what
Like
we
to
are building
switch.
is interactions. So yeah,
Hmm.
let me know, Assassino. I have a few interaction listed. I'll show you tomorrow when we'll do the
Great.
breakdown. If you want to add something more to interactions, of course there are going to
Hmm.
be ton of interactions. But if you want to add something, that would be really we really need good suggestions.
Yeah, yeah. I would sure.
Okay,
I would sure.
we'll plan it together.
Okay.
Okay, everyone, have a great day. If somebody want to conclude with some thoughts, let me know. If somebody has any questions, any doubts, any suggestions, I'm open to it.